Yeah. Oh shit. Fucking kick the shit.
It's all good. This thing's sturdy. Made in China.
Yo. This shit is crazy, yo.
Look at
Sponsored
that.
by Drahks.
Exactly.
Or is it Drax?
Drax,
Drahks?
Drax,
Drax.
whatever. However,
The Dracula.
Drax.
Sponsored by Drax.
I say the skunk was a good move.
Yeah, the skunk is cool.
Right? He's cool as fuck.
Pointed this way.
The danger zone right there.
We are here at Heritage Tattoo in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I have a good friend of mine, Jessi Drahks,
Yes, sir.
and he's a tattoo artist located here currently in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we're going to go ahead and dip into the mind of Jessi Drahks because he is someone who aspires to be great.
You goddamn right. Yep, Jessi Drahks. I've been tattooing for I got signed off in 2011. How long is that now? 13 years? Yeah, long time. Originally from Inglewood, California. I came out here in 06, like right after I graduated. I had a job. I think I looked out and I didn't get like a fast food job, which I was like so happy, cause not like it's like a bad job to get as like a starting fucking right out the gate, right? But what made me nervous is like talking to people and dealing with the register and like the math that goes into it. And I know it's just pushing buttons and shit like that, but still like that shit is fucking, I don't know, under pressure. And when I was you know, it's coming out the jump and shit and just going to the workforce and something like that is just, it's a little bit much. I don't know.
What job was it?
I was a file clerk for this law firm, like a debt. They would collect debts there. And my sister was working there as a what do you call that? Like a paralegal. Yeah, she was working there as a paralegal or a collector. I forget. It was so fucking long ago.
Yeah.
And
That was in 06?
That was in 06.
Straight out of high school?
06 or 07. I came here in 06 and it took me a little bit to get a fucking job and shit. Try to get my own shit. And she was like, I could hook you up. So I just went over there and shit. Fucking, yeah. Was a file clerk. File clerk there. It was easy bread, bro. Like I was just chilling in the back of the fucking place, you know, just in the file room. People would go up in there and like, you know, like, oh, I need this, this, and this, or I need you to file this away. It was like fucking get that shit done, and it was like a nonstop kind of thing. But it was a real like small office. It eventually got big and shit, but it wasn't like super hard work. But anyway, yeah, I looked out on my first job. That was my first like legitimate job and shit.
Right out of high school.
Yeah, right at the jump.
And how long
I was
did
like,
you do that
fuck yeah.
for?
I think I was there for like a year. I was doing that job for like a year, a little bit over a year. And then I tried to do what the debt collectors were doing, calling people and shit like that. But I wasn't it's fucking hard. That shit is hard. Just because if you're not a fucking like very vocal person or a people person, it's difficult, man.
Yo, you were just calling, where's my money?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, hey, bitch, you turns out you owe an outstanding amount. So if you don't want some guys coming at you, you best give me that bread.
What was the most amount?
The most amount that
you had to call for?
That I had to call for? Oh, bro, that shit was like 20 something racks or 30. This abroad was like in fucking debt, and I was hella new. I was like hella fresh with it. So she was just fucking like giving me the sob stories and shit like that, and I was like, oh well, I don't. Can you pay something? Because they would tell you like, pay like $20-$30 is a good, a good faith payment or something like that. But don't do that. Don't fucking do that shit, because it'll reignite the debt again. If you're in debt and it's been a while, just wait it the fuck out. If you have no intention on fucking paying that debt, do not pay that little good faith payment, because it'll start your shit over from the date that you pay that amount, right? It's a 10-year.
I thought it was 7.
Is it 7?
I could have sworn it was 7.
I don't know. Yeah, it probably is 7 and shit. But let that whole 7 ride. Yeah, once you do it, you have to start all over again.
That makes
I
sense.
sucked at it.
So you, so you did that for a little bit.
I did do that.
And then what did you? So, leading up to your career of tattooing, how did you get into that?
Oh,
From the debt collector, from the
from
the
collect
office
that
job.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, before that, I was a fucking janitor, right? Before I apprenticed, or while I was apprenticing, I was a janitor. So I did the law office shit for like a year or two, and then I started as a janitor for the school district here in Clark County, and then working over there, I met this chick that got hired on, and she was the ex-wife of this like famous tattooer here in town, like, you know, one of the cats that fucking like you know, made a name for himself here.
Mm-hmm. Who was it?
Ryan Downey here in town, like super solid traditional tattooer. I mean, he's MIA right now, you know. I won't get into that, you know. That's something else. But anyway, so she fucking was talking about she would bring him up and stuff like that, because I was like, you know, I want to get into tattooing and stuff. And she's like, oh, it just so happens that I'm kind of affiliated, and so she plugged me into the know a little bit. You know, she's like, she put me up on game on certain things on how to approach it, right? Like you gotta find like a shop that's like willing to take you on, and somebody that's willing to teach you, you know. And I just found it was hella hard for me, because I don't have a fucking like the time to just to dedicate so much time and energy to fucking, you know, a regular ass shop. So I had to go on the strip, and the shops here in Vegas and shit. Most of them are 20. I don't know about now, but fucking back then it was almost fucking 24 hours. I remember the shop that I went to, and shout out to that fool Riz for giving me a shot, and then also Joy Vegas. He goes by Joseph Hapes now. They fucking put me on, and yeah, I lucked out going over there, because that shop, they started at 10 a.m. and then they closed like around 2 a.m.
What was the name of it?
3 Lions. Yeah, 3 Lions in the Sahara. I went to the Sahara, and then they had their sister shop in the one next to it, the Riviera. Yeah, so the Sahara was man, both those shops are like super hood, right? Back in the day and shit. It's like
Street shops.
Yeah, street shops, kinda, cause they're still in the casino, so they're casino shops, but they're rough, you know, like.
Well, Sahara is in particular, like in a good, you know.
Dog, yeah, like, you know, the whole intersection and shit right there, where like the largest souvenir shop in the world. Remember that fucking shit? What the fuck is that shit? Like those fools from Indicline, bum fights.
Oh yeah,
that's the corner that shit happened on, where that fucking bum. He's like, man, fuck all this shit with a tire iron. He started smashing some lady's fucking car. That was the corner. That was like where the Sahara's at, the old Sahara. So that's where I was apprenticing around that whole area.
And then how you were a janitor, and then as an apprentice.
Oh yeah,
as well?
yeah. So I was a janitor, and I started over there. I think I was like, I just turned 19 or some shit like that. Or was I 18 still? I forget. But I did like 4 years doing the janitor thing and shit, and I got my apprenticeship. Obviously the last fucking end of it. You know, I did. I went over there to the Sahara, got my apprenticeship, luckily, and then just roughed it out, bro. And that shit was hard as fuck, man. Like, it was pretty much like 2 full-time jobs. Like, I would do my regular job, which I lucked out, and I started normally at 2 p.m. and it went all the way to 10. So from 2 to 10, I'd be at my real job, and then I would apprentice right after. So 10:30 to sometimes it'd be like 7 or 10 the next day, because
In the morning?
everybody was banging shit out. Yeah.
Wait, because it was 24 hours.
It was pretty much 24 hours, right? Like, they say 2, but if you come through and you have a big enough tattoo and everybody's fucking, like, doing the thing and shit, you
Yeah,
don't
because
leave until
back
the last
then-
person.
Back then, Vegas was more like crowded with tourists before COVID, and then
before COVID.
everything was 24 hours. and
Everything was 24
everything
hours.
was bumping back then.
Yeah, not like fucking today and shit where Walmart is fucking closes. It actually closes here. Like, I don't know if it's
I don't
not
think
24
it's 24
hours.
hours anywhere.
No?
I don't know.
It used to be here,
Yeah,
24 hours
because
here.
the whole state of Nevada, for those who don't know, is 24 hours.
Yeah.
You could buy liquor 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want 24
Mhm.
hours. Yo,
Yeah.
Nevada? I love Nevada.
Nevada's cool, bro. Nevada's
It's a
cool.
desert.
Yeah.
So when you were doing your apprentice there, you were just grinding
Yeah. So
all day, all night.
oh man, I would fucking have to like some days, especially in the summertime, because you have like you have to clean the school and shit before it gets too hot, or else you're fucking suffering, right? So they had a good system if you're just doing a normal ass job and not trying to fucking like do 2 things. So you start your day at 3 a.m. You start your day at 3 a.m. and you end it like whatever the fuck 8 hours is after that.
11.
Yeah. So my whole apprenticeship shit had a shift, and I would start my apprenticeship like right after that, right? And then get out like fucking 2 a.m. again. And I have to drive my ass to work and sleep in the fucking parking lot in the car and shit, so I wouldn't be fucking late. So it's like a continuous thing. And then I had my fucking son with me, because, you know, fucking his mother's out there fucking being scandalous and shit. So I had my son with me. He was staying with me. Fucking, I was taking care of him. I was like, oh my God, that shit was a lot, bro. I did a lot to fucking get here, you know? I did a lot to fucking get here.
A lot of people don't really understand the grind.
No, bro, especially...
They'll like want to do something, like for example, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
but,
good. You're good.
But for example, like there's a lot of people that'll be like, oh, I want to do the film stuff with you for like the YouTube, and I'm not directing this at anybody, but they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm down. But then when it's time to like, when you get off work, and this was how I was. So when I used to work at U-Haul, I worked at U-Haul for like 3 years. I would take my computer there, I would edit on scene. When I was done, I would stay up to like 4, 5, 6 a.m., go to U-Haul at 6 a.m. again, and just do it all over, 24 hours a day. And then I was able to quit my job and now do this full time. So it's the same thing, because you were literally with your son, like the Pursuit of Happiness type.
Yeah.
You know, because he takes his son everywhere. They sleep in the subway. It's like a true story.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I wasn't sleeping in no subway. Luckily, I like the homie had a fucking room. And shout out to my man's Gary Gutierrez, real name, put you out there. Houdini Raps, man. He's doing big things, man.
Oh, that's
I
him?
love that fool. Yeah, hell yeah. That's my
he's
partner
next.
from day one, bro.
He's next on the
yeah.
show.
You know him, yeah?
Yeah, well, I've talked to him.
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
of you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you always try to put me in contact with like other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've talked to him on the DMs. You know, I should hit him up again while I'm in town.
Oh, bro, yeah.
So
He'll be down.
You were living with him.
Yeah. The homie had bought a house because he's smart. He bought a house, and he's been always like super hardworking and shit. He knows how to manage his money, and is a super solid fucking cat. And yeah, he had a room, an extra room in his house and shit. And I was like, man, you know, fucking, what's up with me staying at the spa? What's up? You know, fucking, I shoot him like $350 or $300 and shit for the month or whatever. Yeah, fucking blessed, bro. But I was staying with him and shit through the whole thing.
And how long were you doing the janitor job?
Yeah, bro, it was like 4 years, something like that. Yeah, was it 4 years? I was 22 when I got signed. When I started, I was 22. I was 23 when I got signed off. A little up after, I was 23 and fucking whatever the fuck. Yeah. So it was like probably 4 years.
Dang, scrubbing toilets for 4 years?
Yeah, bro. But I had to finesse the game, bro. Yeah. The faster you get, right? Like, the more shit that you do, the faster you get. And then the more shit that you could... Now I'm saying I'm fucking bad at my job, but I fucking, like, know how to cut corners with the best of them. know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's what Bill Gates says. Bill Gates always says hire the lazy person because they'll find a way to get the job done a lot easier.
Smart.
So it's not that they're lazy; they're just smarter.
Yeah,
You have to look at it at a different perspective. So
That's a
what
good
you
one.
like cut corners? You never heard that?
No, I didn't hear that shit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a good
it's
fucking
a fact. Yeah, 'cause it's a fact. Because that's how I was. I used to always like cut corners. I used to find the easy way out of like work with math or like with school, anything. I was like, okay, where's the shortcuts? Now I'm like, now with like since we're doing art, you can't take shortcuts because now I have to follow the process that I've learned through the being studious and stuff.
Yeah, that's like yeah, you have to figure out how to get through the bullshit, right? In the fastest way possible in order to fucking get to the actual process that you want to do, the shit that like really inspires you. Yeah, the shit that you want to do.
Right.
Yeah, the groundwork is fucking whatever. Fucking
Yeah, that's the
shit
part
away.
that you have to do the grunt work or like losing sleep or sacrificing your time with like your loved ones, like your family, whatever it may be. Sacrificing that time is necessary. You have to do that in order to grow into whatever it is that you want to do. You being a tattoo artist, me being a filmmaker, I've spent countless hours, you've spent countless hours. So now you are like sustained with a career for the rest of your life because of what you did.
Yeah, you gotta bang it out.
You have to.
You gotta bang it out and fucking like, bro, you gotta have that fucking like driving you to
the discipline, dedication.
Discipline.
Yeah, a lot of people lack it.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
So discipline it's admirable. It's something you can't buy, something you can't give to someone, you can't take it away. So it's like the more discipline you have, you could command a room. You walk in there, you're like, yo, this dude knows what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you come in every day to your work now, it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. You already have like it's your life now.
Yeah. You have like a set program, right? Like you have a routine going on. And I can understand it's like hard. It's hard for people to fucking like get it started and shit, you know?
That's everybody though.
Yeah.
You have to do it on your own, you know, and like you can't just, no one's going to do it for you. And a lot of people are, especially after COVID, the unemployment went up.
Yeah, people got hella fucking like sedentary, right? Like motherfuckers they got a little hefty. Let's put it nicely.
Yeah, nah, bro, they fat. Nah, bro.
They plus size.
For sure. Yeah, nah, bro. Being fat is unacceptable. But at the end of the day, it's
that's
like,
it. You're canceled.
Nah, bro. Fuck them. Yo, so it's like, you take control of your life. You're gonna prosper. You have to, bro.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Because there's another saying: you have to sacrifice for what you want, or what you want becomes the sacrifice. I don't know if you've ever heard that one, but that one's good too, and that one resonates with me, bro.
That is true, man.
So when you made the transition from the jobs to tattooing, what was it that made you want to tattoo?
Oh man, it was like I always wanted to do something in the art field or industry or whatever the fuck, bro. And like I remember trying to break into tattooing when I was over there in LA. And I went to the spot. Fuck, bro. Like, shit. I was like 16 or something like that. And me and the homie rode the bus to check out like tat shops and shit like that. I do that every now and again. And I would try to get an apprenticeship, but I didn't know that's what it was called. Right? And it's not like I had a fucking smartphone back in the day and shit. Yeah, like a fucking house computer that had AIDS because everybody was downloading shit on Kazaa,
Oh, yo.
Remember that shit? I don't know how old you are, dog, but yeah, that's the thing. Motherfuckers don't know about that shit. But anyway,
LimeWire and FrostWire,
exactly.
and
Bearshare,
yeah,
fucking yeah, all the nonsense. Like,
dial up, bro.
We had dial up type shit, and then anyway, I couldn't fucking figure that shit out. The questions to ask in order to get to the fucking like shit that I want.
Right.
So I'd be in there like kicking my feet and like, so you guys need any like help or anything like that? Like need anybody to sweep the floors and shit? And I was going to some hood shops, so they were
trying to get your foot in the door.
I was trying to get my foot in the door, and I think those fools like they didn't think I was doing that. I don't know. Maybe they thought I was actually trying to get a fucking for real job, but they were like, "Nah, dog, we cool, man. Like, fuck out of here, Like little mocoso and shit, little kid. So, yeah, I kind of fucking like, and bro, I don't have the best attention span, especially back then. I was fucking around and shit on the streets and stuff, like with the homies doing graph and just acting a fool.
That's still a form of art, though.
Yes, it is, and it does come into play later on, right? Because you fucking like working under pressure and shit. You're not trying to get caught by the fucking police and shit. Fucking, so your heart's always beating, right? Graph shit. That's just graph shit. What was the question?
Yo, like
what got me into it?
Yeah, like what got you into it? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I started. I tried to do that shit, and then I just kind of like realized, like, yo, if you don't snap out of this shit, you're gonna end up like so many others that have like unrealized dreams, right? Like, and that's the fucking worst. That's the worst fucking fate you could have. If you're fucking privileged to have like a fucking career and shit, if you have the opportunities to go get it and you don't,
well, I believe everybody has the opportunity. I think being poor is a choice. Like poverty is a choice. Even if I know there's like, oh, but what about the people in third world countries? I've seen people selling jewelry at 8 years old, bro. Like,
yeah, like in
So what you were saying with like when you're hanging around the people that don't have their dream or like they don't have their shit together.
Yeah, you have to get out of that.
You have to. So
you gotta get out of
those are the kids you were hanging out with.
Oh,
they were just troubled.
And shout out to my other homies and shit. Fucking Edwin, Jerry, those fools super solid, man. Love y'all. Those are my brothers right there.
Yeah, because you were saying you were trying to get out of that to get into like the tattooing and art.
I wasn't really trying to get out of that, bro. I was like, it's not like I was like super banged out and shit like that, but I was like hanging with the homies and shit, and they were doing like certain activities and shit. And the only fucking reason that I got out of LA and shit before I fucking, it would have ended up bad, right? Like if you're running in the fucking circles, bro, like you're gonna get caught up. If you hang, you bang.
Right.
That's it and shit. So bully ain't got no names. But I had my son and shit, and he was being born here. So as soon as I was able to graduate, I fucking just dipped out, came to Vegas, and started getting my shit together. And then yeah, that shit got me paranoid, thinking about like, yo, if you don't fucking start now, man, time is ticking. Fucking the years start flying, and then fucking you get caught up with even more shit and more responsibilities, and then like that window's closed. That shit is done for. It's a fucking wrap. And I love my brother to death, bro. I mean, I love my blood related brothers and shit, but I'm not gonna say his name. Love you. But man, that motherfucker was like hella talented and shit. Super talented, artistic wise, and like hella smart and stuff. But he got his chick pregnant at a super young age, and then he got a job, and then he had another kid, so even more responsibility and even more, like he had like a couple and shit, and so fucking all of his efforts and shit like that, you ain't got no time. You ain't got no time to fucking dedicate to yourself when you're trying to fucking provide for a family. And so all that shit just, all of his fucking like gifts and stuff, he still has them, he still draws and shit like that, but I mean, where he could have been and what ended up, like he's doing his thing and shit. He's fucking like super solid, good worker and shit like that, but he could have been fucking, like who knows what his life could have been. And I'll just always think of that, and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to end up like I love him to death, but I don't want to end up like that, man. So that shit just got me fucking like, yo, work, fucking focus on this shit. It's gonna suck. You're gonna grind. You're gonna fucking suffer and shit. But I mean, banging out for like a couple years and shit, and you'll be all right. The fear, the fear is the motivation. The fear is a fucking motivation for sure.
Fear is actually created by humans. It actually stands for false evidence appearing real.
Oh, you hitting me with acronyms right now, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, an animal doesn't run because it's scared. It runs because it's its instinct. So fear is man-made.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure these motherfuckers scared as fuck.
No, it's their instinct. Fear is man-made.
I don't know. You gotta ask a zebra that when he's getting chased the fuck down by a pack of lions, bro.
Yo,
I don't know, bro.
They gonna look at me crazy. So, have you always been artistic?
Yeah. I remember fucking like picking that shit up at a pretty early age. It's kind of hard to tell when exactly and shit. Like when I first started learning or retaining memory, out of school, would go home and shit. Hit up my little action figures, put them in on like a little fucking table and shit like this, and get on my pad and my pencil and just draw them like that. Like what do you call that? Still life drawing or some shit
I
like
don't
that.
know. I'm not
I
that
don't know.
kind of artist. I hated drawing. I can't draw.
Nah, some people fucking for real just cannot. And
I can't even draw stick figures, bro.
yeah, that's what I get a lot. A lot of people are like that and shit. They tell me that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's some people that just can't fucking do that shit or comprehend colors and shit. Oh, my wife's talking about this fucking exercise and shit. If you fucking like close your eyes and you envision a beach, like can you picture like the waves and the sounds and the sand and the wind hitting your ear? Like can you taste the salt in the air? And some people fucking cannot.
I can.
You
I can't taste the salt.
That's because you're an artist.
Well, yeah, because I
shit.
could see it. Yeah, I have the vision.
You have
the
vision of it. But some motherfuckers just cannot, bro. They're just like, I don't know. I can't picture any of that shit.
They don't use their brain. They don't use their noggin, bro.
But
I think being artistic is a gift. It's a privilege.
It is. But even though they lack that imagination in that aspect, they're probably like super good at some other shit. You know?
I mean, everybody's good at their own thing.
Yeah, right. Like everybody's different. They're all proficient in their own way. Yeah.
So you were just drawing as a kid, and
I was banging them out.
Boom, so then as you got older with the grind, that was when you made the shift. Like, okay, I'm gonna use this talent and make a living. Did you think you were gonna make a living?
Like no. Well, I mean, when I first got signed off, I was like, fucking, all I want is to be able to make enough money for my fucking bills, to take care of my kids and shit. Obviously, that's what the fucking bill. Kids, like I got more than one, my boy. As long as you have enough to take care of your family and your bills and have enough money for bail, you're fine, right?
Bail.
Yeah, for bail and shit. Cause like I was still fucking like doing graph and shit and like just fucking, in case you get arrested, man, I got money for that. Oh, I'm cool. Right. Yeah, and go back at it and shit. That's my like the
scapegoat.
The heart of it. The heart of it. As long as I'm able to fucking like maintain my living like that, I'm cool. I don't give a fuck if I eat top ramen. That's fine.
Right, for now. At that point.
For now. Obviously, you get older, you want more things and shit. Or you're able to fucking, like, afford these, like, fucking luxuries that you weren't able to when you first started. Because you don't jump into success right away. At least not for fucking 99% of people, right? Some people are fucking, like, they luck out. Yeah.
A little bit sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially now with social media. Everything gets blown up and they don't even have the talent and it's just like,
Yeah.
And then they get endorsed just because they have this one, and I'm not like hating, but they have a shitty video, which it is. And and it goes viral and then they get endorsed, bro. That's just today's age, like the short form. I hate short form.
It's like instant gratification.
You
don't know what it is to work for something. And
it takes away having to work for something and earn it. You just get it handed to you. So a lot, especially with social media, Instagram is instant gratification. Mm-hmm. You post a pic, you get likes, and then people like live off that. Bro.
Yeah,
they
off
eat
that
it
high. That dopamine
dangerous.
fix.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous if you don't know how to control the shit. And especially if you're fucking like just born into this shit. Because like a lot of kids nowadays, they just, they don't watch like fucking PBS and shit like that. Like we used to. They're just like, their parents will give them a tablet. Like, here you go. Fucking play, what do they call that shit? Like Fruit Ninja? Whatever the fuck, And then
games.
So they're
it's just games.
It's just games. So fucking going back to it, they're raised with like the technology already and shit. And bro, it's just a different. It's a whole different thing now, man. Bro. And I'm not shitting on like the fucking the solid cats from this generation that know how to fucking work. Cause like I have met like a good amount of fucking like young kids, man, and their young 20s and shit.
Hustlers.
And yeah, yup, that's what it is, man. They got that drive. It's like, all right, I'm gonna make this money, and fucking, I'm gonna work hard for it. Ain't nothing, and shit. And then I met the other, yeah, it's just like other kids and shit that are just like they just bitch and moan and fucking whine over just like having to do like basic remedial things and shit. Getting the fucking work on time, like that's a fucking hard thing to do. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Have you ever had a real fucking job?
Right.
Like that shit just, it irks me seeing it here in the fucking tattoo industry and shit. There's a lot of these pussy ass fools and shit that just, um, that make other pussy motherfuckers and shit. Because once you're a tattooer, you could fucking apprentice where the fuck you want, and even though their characters and the most fucking highest quality. Not saying like there's been scumbags in the fucking tattooing industry and shit before, but I mean these motherfuckers work. They know how to put in work. They don't bitch and complain and shit.
My biggest complaint that I do not like is I'm tired.
Yeah,
It's because it's like, so what are you tired of?
yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. What the fuck
Yeah.
you tired of, dog? Like tired of fucking what? And dog, I get it if you're just in a very fast-paced moving shop where you have to produce constantly. There's a shop here in town that the homies work at and shit. Much love to them, but they have to bang out a piece of flash like every week, and that's just continuously for the rest of their life. They're at the shop, and fucking making flash is fucking hard and shit. Just cause like you have to come up with a fucking new idea every week. You have to come up with a new fucking idea.
That's
and shit.
good though.
That's good. That's a fucking hitter. You can't come soft and shit because the shop has like a solid rep of being fucking it produces
shop
like
is
good
it?
hitters and shit. I can't. Or I don't want them to think I'm talking shit or anything like that. But I forget what the fuck the point was and shit. You have to have a good work ethic. I think that's like the fucking point of it. and
Oh yeah,
shit.
no, you weren't talking shit. You were saying
No.
like, yo, this shop is good because they make you have discipline. That's basically what
Yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah, I think so.
You weren't talking bad.
No,
No.
was I not?
No, you
Okay,
weren't.
good. Because that's not my intention at all. Shout out Downtown Tattoo. Jake and Amanda Wilcox. Ha ha.
That was the shop.
Yep.
Yeah, see,
them.
that's
That's
good
the
to
homies right
have a
there.
good rep like that. It
Mhm.
just creates more reputation. Reputation is everything. And if you can create a reputable shop, you're gonna get revenue every week, every month, every day. Daily revenue is the best revenue. Coming for shops like that, with you, what shop are you currently at here in Vegas?
Oh, Heritage Tattoo. This is a spot right here. This is a shop that like it fucking has a super solid name here in town and shit, and just pretty much is fucking is well known, is well established and shit. The owner's hella fucking solid. Aaron Neiman, love you, man. Fucking yeah, man. This fool's been putting it on for a super long time here in Vegas and shit.
What brought you here?
They had an opening, and my wife, she got me in. Yeah, they scouted her out. They scouted her out and shit because she's super solid, hella fucking like talented. Love you. And she came on board, and just so happens that some of the other homies like dipped out from here, so they had an extra spot. And she's like, man, it would be cool if you hopped on and shit. So she fucking paved the way for me. It was beautiful.
What shops have you worked at in the past?
Oh fuck, bro. Fuck. I worked at a shit ton, man, and that's probably not a good thing. As a new tattooer, you want to stick around and find and plant roots at a good shop, and just stay there for like a cool amount of time, maybe like 5 years. Stick it out, build your clientele, and then after those 5 years, you could move on to somewhere else. Because like a lot of people have fucking the fucking memory of a fucking goldfish and shit. And so if you leave your shop, they'll forget about you. They'll continue to go to that shop. You're not there anymore. And some of these fools, fucking working in this industry, man, are sharks. So they'll hit your client with like, well, he ain't here. I don't know where he's at, but I got you. I could fucking tattoo you, ain't no thing. And so, I mean,
That is a shark.
that's a shark right there. And that's just old school mentality, man. It's like shit.
Cutthroat.
yeah, let me get your money real quick. Fucking, I can bang it out. You be mine. Fucking, you're my client now. You know. Anyway, that's some fucking advice for anybody coming up now in the fucking game. Just stay put and shit. Anyway, back to what the fuck we're talking about. I worked at a shit ton of shops from the jump. Probably like one every year until I hit like fucking 10 years, some shit like that, or my fucking ninth or eighth or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, I was just jumping around, man. I was jumping around. But every shop that I went to was a step up. It wasn't a step down. It was a step up. So I mean, just climbing that ladder. And I've been wanting to work at this shop for a long ass time and shit. Me and my wife, you know, because this fucking place housed like super good hitters here in town. If you know about Heritage Tattoo, you know like the fucking people that came through here, you know, and they're all fucking solid, super solid. This is a good shop to be at.
What kind of style do you do?
Black and gray, fucking like illustrative, like real like dark art, like Chicano shit. You know, I try to incorporate both of them. You know, the Chicano side is like gangster shit with a bunch of like chicks and cholos and fucking lowriders and stuff like that, and then the real demonic shit. You know, the real like textured fucking this demon shit, bro. And merge them shits together. And sometimes like people will fuck with it, and sometimes, you know, it's a hard sell because it's like it's new. That's what people fear is new shit, right? Yeah. If they don't see it around, they haven't seen it around, they question it.
Yeah. So I actually heard this in another podcast, and it's like it was about the music industry, and he said the interviewee said. People will only gravitate towards other artists if their friends say so, which is kind of whack.
Yeah.
It's like,
for real.
You know, so it's like, oh, I'm only going here because my homie said so. Even though work is great, it's just like, why does it have to, it's just weird how it has to be like, oh, you're only coming to me because I'm validated by the community. And it's so shitty.
Yeah. Instead of like just doing your research and shit. And finding out like, yo, this motherfucker's solid and shit. Just go over there.
Yeah, because that's how I am. I do my research because I've been tattooed by like 50 artists. Like,
I see you getting fucking work like
all the time, bro.
Constantly. Hell yeah, you be sending me those. And you sending me like fucking. What's the latest one and shit? I forget what the fuck it was. I think it was on your leg, bro. It was
the UFO.
Yeah, probably.
That's my latest one. Shouts out to David from LA. Yeah, he's from Russia actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I've been tattooed by some of the best artists in the country. Yeah, so I'm like trying to save now. Now it's like I'm super like reserved because all I have is my front panel. That's it.
Oh, you're talking about just all you have right here?
Yeah,
you don't have shit on the back?
No,
that's probably good, man. You don't want to fuck that up. You know, and just get a little bullshit. Yeah, just wait,
bro.
So,
yeah, like going back to like doing your research and everybody, because like people, bro, it's the most annoying thing in the world. Oh, I like your work, bro. I want to get this. Well, then get it, bro. Like, shut up. Stop telling me what you want to do and do it. Because, bro, a lot of people, because I be in the sauna and like I be with my pants, like I just be in like my briefs and shit. And they be like, yo, I love your work. Where do you get it? Here in Charlotte? I'm like, no, I get it everywhere. What do you mean? Yeah. You know, I do my research. Oh, I'm loyal to my artist, bro. You whack to your artist, bro. Go do your research and get out there. There's so many good artists out in the world. Yeah. And we're just in the small portion of it.
That's true, man. I tell people to collect. If you're really gonna go out and do the thing and shit, I tell my clients like, yo, I'm not mad at you. Fucking like, just make sure that whoever the fuck is doing your work has like the same fucking quality that I'm giving you or better and shit. You know, if you come at me with some fucking whackness, next time I see you, I'm gonna be cordial and shit. I'm gonna be nice and shit, but in the back of my head, I'm like, this fucking fool, like, this idiot, just fucked up that fucking spot. Like, you know what we could have done right there? Like, what the fuck?
All the time, and they'll be like, yo, I got this, and oh, he only charged me $100. Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, I could tell, motherfucker. Well, let's plan out the cover up because that's gonna happen.
Yeah, you know, so it's like that's another thing. Research is you have to do your research. So, wait, you're fully covered.
Fuck, mostly, man. I can't lie. Like I have spots on my legs and stuff. And most recently, my homeboy Jeffrey Bowser, he co-worker, love that fool. He fucking blessed me with a piece right here in the inner thigh, which wasn't too terrible.
My inner thigh was the easiest part of my leg.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it, dog. I think like
And it's my whole.
the whole shit.
The whole shit.
I think it only got spicy back here. Like when it starts going to the back of the thigh.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But mine was easy. It doesn't go really under, but it.
Mm-hmm.
So who have you been tattooed like?
Tattooed by?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. This is the homie Jason Murphy. He works here in town. I met him when I was working at Massive Tattoo. Also, shout out. Yeah, he did this piece right here. This Hanya.
Mm-hmm.
He did this Hanya. I mean, with this fucking needle that I made I built this needle and shit. He taught me how to fucking like solder needles and make them and shit like that. Him and Dave Logue, shout out, owner of fucking Massive Tattoo here in town. Love that fool. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. That's pretty dope that I built the fucking needle. He showed me how to do it and shit. Or they showed me how to do it.
And then so you built the needle. And
I built the needle and they tattooed me with me, like, or tattooed me with it. Yeah, so he did this and my hand. The homegirl Kelsey Lane, love you too. She also works here. She did my cholas right here, little cholas. Fucking
Yeah, cause you're fully covered.
fully, bro. Like shit. If I break it really down, like I have a bit of them.
How many artists would you say you've been tattooed by?
Fuck, man. Like closer to 10 or some shit like that. Yeah, it's not like hella crazy. Although like if I really break it down and shit, it's probably more. Cause I have like little jammers and stuff like that by homies and stuff that they're into tattooing, but they don't tattoo professionally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I have to, if I really break it down, I have to fucking categorize all those people and shit, all the other homies and shit. I got my front done by the homeboy Brett Rosepiler here in town. Love that motherfucker too. Oh, he is like a fucking like a major inspiration and shit for me, cause he has like a super sick style. And I researched him back in the day. He did my throat. He did my whole fucking neck, like all this shit. And then he did my front too. So he did the whole shit. This I have like Quetzalcoatl right here, like the fucking feathered serpent. You're
right. Yeah.
familiar with him?
Yeah.
So he did that joint. Did these roses right here. My boy Arcos Guerrero over there in Houston, Studio A. Fucking love that fool too. He did my back and shit.
Damn, fully covered. How?
Yeah, the fuck, bro. It was pretty painful. You know what? The fucking spots that I don't have up here are the armpits.
I want to get those.
Would you get them?
Yeah, I want to get Brad.
Brad? What is that?
Brad Pitt.
Are you stupid, fool? What the fuck? Hey, deja vu type shit. I just had that shit right now.
Yeah.
Yup. This whole scenario, that corny ass joke too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is good. Yeah.
So,
like,
what do you do to practice your style?
to practice and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, like back in the day or like right now?
Currently, like, how do you get better?
Painting, just drawing, artistic shit, like painting, drawing, artistic shit, like painting, drawing.
Nothing
fucking
basic.
yeah, nothing. What do you mean, like basic? Like basic, like what?
So like, it's not. It's gonna be like intricate, like. You want to get better, so you want to draw and paint more intricate things, not something that's gonna be quick.
Yeah. A lot of sketching. That goes in the realm with like that whole, because you have to prime your hand, right, to fucking like create greater things and shit.
Because they always say you should start with traditional. I'm not saying it's easy or anything.
That, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, like with, because I'm not
it's
in
a different
tattoo industry.
style.
Yeah, so it's a different style.
Yeah.
So like with traditional, it's I don't want to say it's just lines, but realistically, it's bold black lines and solid color.
Yeah.
So with yours, it's not. It's a lot more intricate.
It's a lot more intricate.
Yeah. So the things that you paint, what are some of the things that you paint?
Oh, just things with like heavy texture. heavy texture, but right now I'm refining it to where it has like solid fields of like a color and shit. Like I like using red and like a dirty yellow. They call it like I could only compare it to fucking I like gold, like dirty gold, you know? Some shit that's like already been like fucking tarnished and shit like
Like a
that.
mustard?
Almost like a mustard, like a ochre, like a dirty ochre and a red and shit. So my artwork right now has like a lot of like fields of that stuff and shit with texturing like here and there. Cause I learned over time and shit, like if shit's too fucking busy, right? Like if you see a picture and it's too busy, it's hard for your eyes to focus on a certain thing, right? Your shit's all over the fucking place. But if you focus it on a certain area, your eye will get attracted to that because it's like the most complex thing there. It'll make your brain start working, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because it goes with anything like advertised, like McDonald's is red and yellow.
yeah,
And that serves a purpose because it's like I don't know, something about it like makes you hungry. Yeah,
Scientific,
scientifically,
bro.
it's supposed to like make you hungry.
I'm gonna take
Red
this
and
shit
yellow,
off.
go
It's
for it.
hot, fool. Yeah, I bet, bro. Like, all we could do, you know, what's a smart thing to fucking do is take what these multi-billion-dollar corporations do and shit like that, like all the scientific fucking knowledge that they have, and just apply it to whatever we want to fucking do, right?
Right.
Like that. Like, there's a
Because everything is a science.
everything's a fucking science. Everything's frequencies and shit, and even like certain sounds, right? Like they do that shit in the music industry, right? They have the treble or the bass like
The
at a certain
reverbs,
at a certain
yeah.
fucking pitch because it's fucking hitting your fucking brain in a certain way and shit. And it's making you addicted to that sound, or it's hitting like fucking like your brain's G spot or some shit like that, you know? It's fucking yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I feel you on that. So with the painting, you have to do it a certain way so when people see it, it's appealing to the eye. People see
Yeah.
with their eyes first. So it's like
That's more if you want to be like like a refined. Like if you want to do like a really nice piece and shit, you're not fucking around. You just want to do like a solid piece and shit that you want to either sell or keep for yourself or whatever the fuck, but make it look like nice and shit. That's kind of like a rule, you know? Yeah, just keep to that and shit. And then all that shit reflects on your tattooing and stuff, because you could easily fuck up a piece by putting way too much into that subject and that area and that size, you know what I mean? So you gotta slow your roll sometimes.
right.
Yeah.
So what about your parents? Do they like that you tattoo?
My heifer, she's not around anymore. Yeah, she
Oh,
passed
man.
away in '08. Yeah, she passed away in '08.
Oh, right when you moved.
Yeah, like a couple years and shit into it. And then my jefe, like I didn't really know that fool. You know, like I only have like maybe like 2 memories of that guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember man. I think like fucking I was sleeping and my mom, she was like next to me. I was sleeping in the room. I was a little fucking kid, bro, probably like 2, 3 or something like that. I just remember hearing his voice and shit, and everything's like real hazy, real white and stuff. And that was one. And another one when I was I think this fool came to pick me up to go to like Chuck E. Cheese or some shit like that. But I was like I'm really close with my sisters. And so at the time I was like, well, I want them to go. Like, I don't want to go alone, you know? Like, and then I just start bawling because my dad didn't want to take them and shit. You know, they're not his kids.
Right.
They're not his kids and
Okay,
shit.
so there's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm the only one from my dad and
parents,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. So he felt a type of way, you know, like stepkids and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, we're cool, but are we that cool? We're not. Am I gonna spend? Well, this was like what? Like it must have been like '89 or something like that.
That long ago? You're that old?
Yeah, bro. I'm 36.
For real?
Yeah, I'm
I
36.
thought you were like 32.
I'm still in 30s, bro. Yeah. Damn.
Hey,
How
so-
old is somebody that's like 32 now? When were they born? Like 90,
90? 91?
90,
92?
91?
92?
That's a trip.
Yeah, so your mom passed away when you were at a young age.
Yeah. I was like, I was
You're like
fuck-
20.
Yup. Oh yeah, I was like 20, something like that.
So that's still a young age to.
To go through that. Yeah. She got sick, bro. She got sick And then fucking.
Were you close with her?
Yeah, I love my mom, bro. Yeah, I got her name right here above my eyebrow. I love her to death, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. It sucks, man. I don't know if you still have your
No,
mom.
I do. That's why
yeah?
I asked. I asked because my mom's like my biggest supporter.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And
so I was gonna get into like I didn't know. Excuse me for asking the question.
Oh, yeah, you
but
fine.
I mean, it's life, bro. So it's
that,
like,
yeah, that is life.
do you
man.
think she would be proud of you?
Yeah. Yep. I remember she got mad at me when I got my first tattoo and shit. She would keep tabs on me. You know, she called me just like, you know, any fucking like mother would do with their
Right.
with their fucking kids and shit. But just so happens that she called me on this one day and I fucking got my first tattoo and shit. And then me and my heifer would chop it up cool. You know, she was my friend. She was a fucking like, super solid person. And so I wouldn't fucking, I tell her what's up, you know, like we be talking cool and shit. And I was like, hey, if I fucking, she's like, hey, ¿cómo estás? You know? And I'm like, oh, estoy bien. Apenas, like, I was like, guess what? Or some shit like that. I forget how the fuck you say it in Spanish, bro. I haven't used my Spanish in a minute. Ain't nobody around here knows fucking how to speak Spanish, bro.
Right.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, fucking, I just got my first tattoo. And then she fucking was like, gives me one of those, and then she fucking like hangs up on me, and we don't talk for like a fucking month and shit. But no, like seeing where I'm at right now and where I came from and shit, yeah, she'd be happy, bro. She'd be super elated. Yeah.
Elated. I like that word.
Yeah. That's a $50 word, bro.
Wait, so with your mom, you were super close and she didn't like your tat. So you guys didn't talk for like a whole month.
We didn't talk for a whole month and shit. And then I was like, that's probably not good on me. But I was like, she'll get over it. You know, because I know how my mom is. Like,
yeah, because my mom didn't really like me getting tatted either.
Nah.
You know, at the beginning and then too far gone.
Exactly.
I've gotten too many to stop.
And over time, they just kind of accept it and shit. You know, I think that's like, that's just what happens, bro. You just accept shit. Like, you're your own person and shit. As long as you're not fucking like doing anything crazy, like you're living a good life, like enjoy that. Enjoy your life. You know? If fucking you want to get tattooed, just fucking do that. You don't want to live in regret and shit. I know it's gonna be heartbreaking for like your family and shit, but does it really change you as a fucking person? No, you're still a fucking good person and shit. What the fuck, bro? Like, you know, the fucking most weirdos, the people that are the most fucking weird and shit are like the people you'll pass by the street and you won't even give them a second look. They look normal. They're chameleons and shit. These people are fucked, right? They're the fucking weirdest motherfuckers and shit. Like what? Like Ted Bundy and fucking John Wayne Gacy and all these fucking weirdos and shit. That's like, you know, like what the fuck? And then the tattoo motherfucker up the way is like a bad person. Like even though he's doing so much for his community and fucking like wouldn't hurt a fly. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
They look at you at face value and they're just like,
oh,
this fucking guy.
I'm gonna clutch my purse type shit. You know?
Because I can't even count the amount of like elderly people. Cause I wear the short shorts because you know I want to show off the tats. I spent a lot of bread.
Oh yeah, you got the hoochie daddies on.
Yeah, so I wear them above my knee and like the amount of people that just stare at my legs, bro.
Well, you're living over there in North Carolina. I don't know how
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I go to Walmart, anywhere, you know, I go anywhere and people just like stare at my legs and just watch me walk by. And it's like, bro, it's just tats.
It's a little, I can understand it and shit, you know, because like,
it's a different day and age. It's 2024 now.
It's different. And not a lot of people are they don't see that on the day-to-day basis because they go to work, and I'm pretty sure the people at work, they might have some tattoos, but they're not like crazy visible.
Yeah, because like the average person only has arm tats.
Yeah.
So, you know, so when you start getting leg tats, it's different.
Yeah. High key visible and shit. And once you get them on your fucking hands and your head and all this shit, you just become like a...
My biggest thing with the hands and your neck is like, bro, finish the sleeve first.
Oh, like fools nowadays, they want to get the fucking they want to start off like right here and shit. No fucking like, it's just a different generation.
I think it looks corny like if they take off their shirt and it's just their neck.
Hey, if these if these fools are trying to fucking like bluff like they got a whole suit, you know?
Yeah, because you can only see their hands.
Yeah,
and then they wear like
they got a button up.
Yeah,
and
and
shit.
their neck will be done, but the second they take off their shirt,
Yeah.
it's like nothing on their arms, nothing on their
bro.
chest. Yo, it looks so corny.
It's a different day and age, man.
It's
like,
so corny. They just do it to look cool.
Yeah, or they do it because they know what they want in that specific area, which I could understand.
But they never get the rest.
Oh, that's where the cornball part comes in. Then you're just fucking whack.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah,
the majority of
yeah.
the guys are, and it looks like shit too.
Yeah,
They get like the shitty artist.
As long as you look like a Chipotle bag, you're cool. How many fucking celebrities out there do you see just have shit work?
That's what I'm, dude. Yeah.
And you're dealing with it more than I am.
I was about to bring it up too because, whoa, what do you mean? I don't deal with celebrities, bro.
Oh, yo, whatever, fool. You're trying to downplay it. It's all good. It's all good.
Nah, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
They know.
Yeah, no, with celebrities, I can't even wrap my mind around it because Post Malone, shittiest tattoos, and he got so much money. And I get it, you want to do it from like your homies, but it's like, bro, that's your brand.
You think he's really getting it from people he knows and shit that's just bought their shit off Amazon or whatever the fuck?
I don't know him. I'll ask him.
Or that fool is he can't be like cheap. Actually, that fool collected from this fool. Fuck, man, I don't want to spread misinfo, but Tokyo 3 Ties, another super sick ass shop. He got his waves right here. He has black waves, and I think that fool Bang Ganji,
because he has a couple of good ones, but he also has a lot of shitty ones.
Yeah. You know that fool was in fucking. You can see a little bit more of his tattoos. He was in what's that fucking movie that Roadhouse? He was in Roadhouse in the beginning. You didn't see it? It is fucking Amazon Prime, bro.
I don't watch movies.
Oh, what you talking about? My Life Is One.
Yeah, My Life Is One.
Sick ass fool. I used to watch movies, dog.
I used to watch them, and then I became one.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, the shitty tattoos
It's cornball. Cornball.
What is something that annoys you the most in the tattoo industry?
In the tattoo industry, aside from like weak ass tattooers, pussy boys could be like gender neutral, right?
There ain't no
whatever,
gender,
because
two genders, bro.
Whatever the fuck, dog. Like, yeah, take it however the fuck you want it, but just pussy people in general in the tattoo industry whack. People that don't want to work hard. That's what that means. Pussy people. Some shit that annoys me in the tattoo industry, aside from all that,
like a pet peeve,
like, oh fuck, man. Like with clients, let's start off with what clients do when they come through and shit. I guess changing the design the day of, right?
Ooh, that's the worst.
That's the fucking worst, because you already got info on the specific piece, these details, and it needs to go in this area, and it needs to have this and that. So you bust it out, you fucking make a good piece and shit, and then they come through and they're like, you know what, I was actually thinking about something like this. They pull out their fucking phone, it's a completely different fucking piece.
Like you said in that one.
That's fucking happened to me before, man.
We said it in we did a do. For those of you that don't know, we did a do's and don'ts. You were know what your design is, where it's gonna go, how big it's gonna be. I'm not a mind reader. I can't see inside your fucking skull.
Exactly, and it came out a little rough. It was more of a comedic fucking do's and don'ts and shit. So I don't think I'm like that, but still, man, that's just like it fucks with people, because it fucks with the artist, because not everything could get slapped on somewhere and it'll look good. If you have a throw piece and it's been designed for whatever the fuck, specific area and shit, and you come at with a completely different thing, now I have to fucking like spend hours trying to fucking make that shit happen and fucking cram that shit into this fucking space. And it's like, dude, that's the fucking worst, bro. Now we just wasting a whole fucking day. Nowadays, I would just like try and bang it out, and that's the fucking worst thing and shit, because like now you don't have the time to really prepare for that design and that area and shit. And banging it out, you'll hear like tattooers say that shit. It's like, oh, I just had to bang it out,
Right.
On the fly. That's what that means. On the fly, under pressure, very limited fucking time. Because this person has to be out of here.
You. Yeah.
This person has to be out of here because they have to fucking like take care of the kids in fucking 3 hours. So take care of this fucking design, draw that shit up, apply that, and make sure it's flawless, all in 3 hours. And it's like, dude, you think it's fucking easy, dog, but this shit is not, you know? If you want it to look good, if you want me to fucking like slang some nonsense on you, I mean, I would do that, but I'm gonna have to have you sign out that paperwork real quick and fucking absolve me from all type of legal responsibilities because I'm not gonna get sued for any of that shit. You wanted it like that. I don't put it on you like that. All right? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, no, I feel that it's gotta be super like irritating.
Yeah, right. Like, imagine if you go to somebody and shit, and they want you to shoot this, this, and this, and they switch up the location, they switch up the whole theme of the shit.
Oh no, we ain't doing that.
Right. Nowadays, but remember back in the day when you first started, you'd probably be like, all right, fucking let's do that. Let's waste my entire day and do this.
Now
and shit.
It's like I'm more
selective.
Sustained, and selective on who I work with. I choose who I want to work with.
Right.
You know, and like, I'm about to start talking my shit about that too, bro.
Get into it, dog, because it's an artistic fucking realm. What you do and what I do, they fucking collide circles and shit.
That's a can of worms, bro. I'll be going on forever.
What's the worst fucking clients that you get? Rappers, probably.
Bro, I interview a bunch of them, so they're gonna get hurt. My biggest thing, my biggest thing with rappers, they'll like flaunt all this money. They'll post like stats.
I already know where you're going, bro.
And then they'll be like, yo, you know, because they got money.
Yeah, they got money.
They got the bread, and then they'll hit me up and be like, yo, so how much for this? And I'm just like, my minimum. I'm not gonna say it on here, but my minimum. And they're just like, oh, that's way too much, bro. What about all the bands? What happened to
all the money? You're rapping about money. You have money on you,
right? So it's like, how are you gonna flaunt all this money? Just like you said, and the other thing, how are you gonna want to get a money rose if you ain't about the money?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't lowball me. Just like you said, it's like annoying, bro. The price is the price.
Cornball activities.
Cornball activities.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you love most about tattooing?
Oh man, the freedom, right? And not just because you get to do whatever you want in a sense of like artistically, right? You're you treat your clients correctly and shit. You love them to death. The more clients you get, the more art that you're able to create. And I think that shit is like the fucking best, you know? Imagine your fucking artwork living on these people and shit, and that's just for the rest of their fucking lives. That's just crazy, right? Even though like some shit will happen to me, I'm gone. My shit is gonna live on, you know, and
forever
and fucking forever, because
art is always forever.
It is, man, and it'll get passed on because these people, they'll grow old, they'll get families and shit, and they'll be like, oh, you ever see Grandpa's fucking piece, blah blah blah. It'll come up in conversation, and that shit is generational, right?
Yeah, actually, that reminds me, because I've been tattooed by like some of the best artists like in the country, and I went to Chicago one time, and there's this dude named Dustin Golden. His name is D- on IG. Super cool dude, and I was late because of Chicago traffic. Oh, and he was like, "Bro, where you at? Like, I got another appointment." And I was like, "Fuck, bro, I was trying to get there because you know I was referred to him by someone else in Tampa."
You don't want to make them look bad either,
right? Yeah. So I was like, "Yo, I'm almost there. Traffic, bro. My bad. I got there." So he ended up tattooing me, whatever. The dude that's working on my back, we were chopping it up about what I was just telling you, and he's like, "Oh, you should have went to like Great Lakes and blah 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 blah." I was like, "I went there too," and I was like, "Yeah." And then I also got tatted by this guy named Dustin Golden, and he's like, "Bro, he tatted me like 30 years ago." Oh, and I was like, "That's sick."
History.
Yeah, because you know, like my tattoo artist has been tattooed by someone who tattooed me, and then I sent him a picture of the tattoo. And then Dustin was like, "That's so old. Where'd you find that?"
Yeah. It's like,
and then that just solidified our relationship even more.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that shit'll live on, bro. It's cool when I see like a hella old piece walking through the door and shit. Like
you can tell.
You can tell, yeah.
Tell, and you can like tell who's done it too. That's the cool part. Or you could at least tell the style that like the shop that it came out of.
Yeah. I was like, blessed to have come across somebody that got tattooed as a Pike over there in Long Beach and shit, which is like a fucking huge staple in the tattoo community. The Pike in Long Beach, hella old school fucking like tattoo spot and shit. So it's cool, man. Yeah, these fucking things live on, man. They live on in fucking in family and shit. You come across like history, bro. You know. But yeah, man. Fucking being able to create art, that shit's the fucking is the fucking best, man. Um, yeah, the freedom.
No, bro, I
Freedom
was just letting you.
is beautiful, man. Like I love it, man. And you know, it's not like you don't get it fucking misconstrued, cause that shit can fucking destroy you as well. You know, if you don't have your fucking like bearings correct and on tight, if you're an unstable cat, bro, this shit'll eat you alive, bro. Cause
Well, it's a cutthroat industry.
yeah, imagine cause
Well,
we don't get
art itself is cutthroat.
yeah. Yeah, well, what me and you do, if we don't have clients and shit, you're gonna starve, bro. You're gonna fucking starve, man. So don't think this shit is sweet and you're gonna become some ballin' ass millionaire overnight or anything like that. Not like these motherfuckers are millionaires and shit. We're all doing we're doing cool and shit. We're living above water. We're all right and shit. But dog, if you don't have the clientele and if you don't have the fucking it all goes back to fucking what the fuck are we talking about? Discipline and shit. If you don't have the fucking discipline, this shit will eat you alive, bro. Imagine like going to work and then making some money and shit, and then fucking I don't have to go to work if I don't want to and shit, cause the tattoo fucking community or the shop and shit, usually the owner's like pretty chill and pretty lax, you know.
Right, because it's always about you. What did you say in the car? You said complacency. You said
comfort is a killer.
Yeah, and I said complacency is catastrophic.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Imagine if you don't have a type of structure to live up to, you don't have a schedule. Fucking man, like some people go insane and shit, and they'll just fucking they'll eat each other. They'll fucking cannibalize themselves. You know, like you'll get off of your routine and shit. You start fucking around and shit, and that's fucking rap. Fucking you're washed up. Who the fuck are you? You know, you're living on the streets and shit. So you have to have like a good head on your shoulders and the ability to keep composure, right? Like a routine.
You have to be patient and you have to maintain your composure because you could flip out on someone and that's a wrap.
You could, bro. Or
your reputation. You have to maintain your reputation.
Yeah. The shit that I'm pretty much getting at is like tattooing ain't easy. You could fucking lose yourself if you don't fucking get yourself together. Yeah. It's just hard, bro. That's just hard. Being your own fucking boss and shit and having to fucking like make your own schedule and stuff like that.
Well, that's what most people are afraid of.
They are, man. Structure is key.
They're afraid of not having someone tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Because when you have someone tell you what to do, it's a lot easier.
It is.
You know, and a lot of people, they'll go to work, hate their life, and do it for someone else. But when it comes to doing it for themselves, they won't do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, how are you going to do it for someone else but you know? I'm more important.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of cats nowadays and shit, the new generation, they're catching on to that. I think the COVID epidemic kind of like sparked everybody's like realization, like, yo, man, I really go to a 9 to 5 to a building that I hate, in traffic that I fucking hate, to fucking like pay for a house that I don't even fucking stay at most of the time. I'm always at work. But that is destructive in a way because now you're like, oh, I could just be like this dickhead who got fucking like who fucking blew up on fucking social media and be an influencer and shit like that. It's like, dog, that's an extreme. That person lucked out or they worked really hard to get there.
Yeah, because nobody sees the background. Nobody sees you, like your story where you had your kid, pursuit of happiness type.
Yeah.
Well, not that crazy.
Yeah, they see
no
the
one
success.
sees that. They just see the success, and it looks like overnight success. Instagram is fake. Everything online is fake.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly. So they just see like the fucking, oh, I could be this and I could be that, and they don't want to fucking like work. I mean, you put in work, bro. Fucking what the fuck? Just smash out a fucking whatever job and shit and pursue something that you want to do. I think that's the other thing too that's hard to fucking like figure out, right? It's like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? I don't fucking know. Like, if you asked me that shit, like when I was a fucking kid, I was like, fuck, man. Hopefully something in art. Yeah, exactly.
I used to want to be like a pilot or like an engineer. I used to want to like build roller coasters, but it's like, did I really? No.
Yeah. Right. You have to figure yourself out. Nobody knows right at the jump what the fuck they want to do. That's the hardest part. I have friends and shit. I love them, man. And it's hard to see them stuck at like not a dead end job, but a career that's not really like for them, you know. And just because they fucking, it's like a check and shit, you know.
I tell my homies, well, I don't really kick it with people who don't really listen. They think they know everything, so it's like I try to tell them because they're always like, "Yo, well, like, I want to do this, I want to do that." Well, it's like, bro, you have to grind, dog. Like, you like the grind. That's like the moral of today's episode is the grind, because that's all we've been talking about, bro. And it's like you have to do the work outside of the work. Like a lot of people think being an entrepreneur is like not enough hours, but in reality, it's 24 hours a day. Yeah, bro, it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta put in work, bro. And a lot of people, they would just want like an instant fucking like hit. Like, I don't want to work anymore. Like, you're gonna work with something, even if it's your own company and shit. You're gonna have to fucking put in the hours. If you want to fucking like be successful and shit, you gotta put in the time, dog. You know, you can't be fucking like, who the fuck you want to be, like a sugar baby?
Yeah, that would be fire.
You it would it be?
I don't know, bro.
If she's gonna tell you, or he is gonna tell you. They're gonna be like, "Hey, put on this fucking tux. We're gonna be going out with friends of mine."
If it was like a girl,
yeah,
a woman. Nah, I probably wouldn't do that, bro. Because that's my integrity, bro. That's my dignity. I like to carry myself as a dignified gentleman, bro. Like, I don't partake in any of the degeneracy.
Yeah, right.
That 99% of the population like does.
Yeah.
So
you're a young cat.
I'm a young cat.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how old I am, but I
you're
don't say it.
Keeping it like Easy.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
What are some of the goals you have for 2024?
Oh, from 2024, bro, I just want to push more of my style out, man. You know what? I did a convention recently. The shop did a convention over there in Salt Lake City, which was super sick.
Oh yeah, I did
Salt
see
Lake
you
City
out there.
Tattoo Convention. Fucking yeah, hell yeah. That convention is cool. It's like a bunch of hitters go over there and shit. It's an invitational. The shop got invited, so I got to work it and shit. And it's hella inspiring seeing all these fucking like people or these artists and shit, doing their thing and shit and their process and stuff like that. But just the artwork that goes into it, you know, like seeing somebody's banner, like hand painted banner and shit, looking hella sick. That shit is inspiration for you to do greater, for me to do greater. So I want to fucking like work more on my my fine art, right? Like actually big pieces and work more on like just being a fucking good artist, not just tattoo artist, just a good fucking artist, like a great fucking artist. You know, stop fucking around. You know, don't half-ass shit. Like, this shit's gonna take a while. Like, don't try and like bang out a piece. Like, quality over quantity, right? Yeah, that's the fucking goal for 2024. Yeah,
quality over quantity.
Be a fucking being the best fucking artist I could be, you know? Right? That's why.
Yeah, it should be. You gotta always be better than you were the day before. So if you could go back in time to like your younger self, what is some advice you would tell yourself?
Oh man, just keep your shit together. Work on art. Probably different stages of my life and shit. Like, focus on what's important, the people that are important. You know, work hard. Yeah, save money, save right. Don't blow your money on dumb shit.
Like me.
Yeah, nah, bro. What you talking about? Look where we're at now.
Yeah, right. But you know, I would go to the casino. I'm going to the casino after this.
Oh, you crazy,
I'm joking,
bro.
I'm joking.
You crazy. I can't gamble, bro. I've been living in the city for a long ass time. I'm not a gambling man, dog. But fucking, I respect the game, man.
You plan on staying here forever?
No, bro. Hell no. This is a good hub. I like Vegas because it's a nice hub and shit, and it's fucking like, it's gonna get built into the next fucking mega city probably, because fucking they're gonna build
the
fucking
stadium.
movie studios. They're gonna build movie studios over there in Summerlin. a fucking a baseball stadium, and fucking probably like a basketball team in the near future. More than fucking likely, you know. So this is a nice area for people to come through as a tourist attraction and shit. I'll always have like a little home here and shit, but I wanna be out of here or out of the country, fucking within the next like 10 years, bro. Cause it's scary where the shit is going. Like, we'll get on some conspiracy theories like
On
next
another-
episode,
yeah,
bro.
part two.
Cause that shit is fucking yo. That we could talk this shit all night.
Yeah,
man.
bro, I could keep going on and on and on. But I just
Yup.
think it is time to like conclude it.
We'll
bro.
wrap it. We're
gonna have to wrap
Yeah,
today
yeah.
because bro, we're gonna be here all night.
Ooh,
This
it's
will
gonna
be a
be
10-hour
a
episode.
hitter. These motherfuckers don't know, man. We call it the Red Heifer Conspiracy. Mark that shit down. Weird because they had it on CNN. I'm gonna spill a little bit on it. The homie Dylan, fucking that works over here too. He laced me up on game and shit. Real quick, this shit was on CNN. It was actually like on fucking like broadcast television, like nationwide type shit, where these fucking these motherfuckers from somewhere in fucking Jerusalem and shit, they have like a prediction where they fucking have to like sacrifice these red cows. They have to be pure red, never have fucking like reached a certain age of maturity and shit, never had sex and shit or whatever. They take them, they burn them alive and shit, and they have to do it in some type of altar that's like facing Mecca. I don't know the fucking specifics on it and shit like that, but that shit's supposed to bring on or summon the Messiah, which is fucking crazy because like you're gonna do some not
Ritual.
evil shit, but it sounds like
No, it
hella
does sound
ritualistic,
crazy.
hella fucking like a cabal type of fucking.
Yeah, no, that sounds insane. That
It-
sounds like
it-
cult type stuff.
sounds like cult type shit. But yeah, that shit's going on in order to summon the Messiah, in order to save the world right now. This is gonna happen. Like, if you look it up, it's on CNN or ESPN. ESPN. These motherfuckers are out there. They got PBS. They got it on Nickelodeon. Which is another weird ass shit, bro.
Yo,
Oh, I just saw the documentary. Oh no. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god. Just fucking whack them on, bro. Fuck
So
it.
how can we get a hold of you? Go to
Oh, dog. If I ever get shadow banned or my account gets deleted off of Instagram or TikTok and shit, fucking overtimeclick.com. Learn how to spell click. Overtimeclick.com. That's where you can find me and shit. And then on social media like Instagram and fucking TikTok, I'll be on there as Jessi.Drahks. JESSI.DRAHKS. Yeah,
cool.
I'm on there.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time.
Oh, dog, anytime,
Thank
partner.
you. Yeah, thank you so much for getting the shop open and
Oh, bro.
coming in here at like midnight, bro. And
Oh, yeah, you
I
know.
know you have a wife at home that I gotta get you back to.
Sheesh.
So we're gonna
I love you.
we're gonna conclude today's episode. So if y'all ever want to see anyone that you admire on my show, let me know in the comments below. I can get a hold of anyone at any time,
Oh my
anywhere,
God, the magic, man. Anybody can get it.
and they will. This is the Bean Dip, and remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Perfect.